Hey everybody, this week is a crazy week with appointments every single day, and the best way to deal with that is beef bowls for us and protein sparing modified fast days where we batch our food and we have it ready to go. So come on you guys, let's get this day started. Hey everybody, good morning, welcome all you new folks, and welcome back everybody to Loving It on Keto. I should say good afternoon because it's actually 3:30 in the afternoon. We got up this morning, made our coffee, sat down, started watching our programs, including my videos because I don't get to see them until you guys do. And we got up and had a beef bowl. We had a beef bowl, both of us, and it was 80-20 beef, and we added mustard. And we got through eating, and my phone rang, and it was the med spa for me. I bought a package. And the more you buy, of course, the better the discount is for special massages for my lipedema on my legs. And so we're doing that every 2 weeks, especially now that I can't do my vibration plate for my lipedema because of my bad knee. It's important for me to go because my legs hurt, and especially if I do any kind of exercising or anything with them, they swell and they hurt, and it's lipodema, not lymphedema. It's not the lymph nodes, it's the fat in my legs that are causing issues. So they called and said, hey, we've got an opening, do you want to move everything forward? And at first I said no, and then I called them back and said we will be there. So we got dressed and we went out the door and we did that instead of waiting until this afternoon to do it. So I've already had that done. I love them. They, every 2 weeks, that's expensive to get any kind of massage these days. And this is a specialized one, and you have to find a med spa that does them in your area. And everybody has their own take on what that constitutes for lymphedema. But I've had 3 hard nodules removed. I had those done in Washington State, didn't I? Yep. Again, all on my right side, huge ones. They were worried about them, and when they removed them, they were hard, like cartilage hard, fat nodules. They were not like a cancer or anything like that, like a lymphoma or anything from a lymph gland, but they were on this leg in like 3 different places. So I've got 3 different scars, and I've got a couple of those hard knots in both of my legs. But getting the massage feels so good, except you come home and you're gooey because your legs are gooey from the goo that they use to do the massage and stuff, and I'm sore from having it done. So we are gonna have another beef bowl. And it's funny because I'm thinking, am I doing something wrong with my carb manager? And Karen, my girlfriend Karen in Washington, hey Karen, she reminded me a long time ago that the meat weight is weight of meat raw, like at restaurants. When they say you're getting an 8-ounce steak, it looks smaller because it was weighed in raw. And I'm thinking, is this raw weight? When I'm grabbing a 80-20 ground hamburger, is it a raw weight or is it a cooked weight? So I went online to Google and Googled like the FDA or the food, what 80-20 ground beef is supposed to weigh and the approximate weight and per protein grams on it. And I did it for 4 ounces. And I got the correct information. I went into Carb Manager and made my food. I created a food for me with that correct amount because they're all over the place. Within, 10 to 20 calories, but the gram weight and protein amount is varied a lot, which is weird. So I decided to go right to the source, get that, put it in as mine, so I know when I'm grabbing 80-20 ground hamburger, I'm grabbing the one that I feel is the best. So you need to check the app that you are using if you are tracking, because it could be you're not grabbing the right one, and you may need to create your own food for it. You need to find out if your app does all meats raw weight or cooked weight, because there is a difference. And I thought that was quite interesting. So I sat and I did my whole day today for me. Now, we are not adding any additional fat to our 80-20 ground beef this week at all. The last week we did high fat because I was reading one of the keto doctors who says, you need high fat butter specifically for women with their hormones. And so I was trying to see if that would help at all. I didn't lose any weight, hardly. I lost less than a pound, and I thought, well, I'm going to remove it and see if I just eat my meat without any additional fat in it, like, Dr. Westman and Dr. Berry and some of the other doctors says just eat the fatty meat. You don't need to add additional meat. You can add it for flavor. And they tell you how much and all that stuff. Dr. Westman does for his page 4 anyway, and for the carb confusion that he and Amy Berger wrote together. So I thought I'm going to try that. And remember, Harry and I go back and forth, and that's because we lose weight for a little while on a high fat diet, and then our bodies get used to it, so then we have to lower the fat, and then our body gets used to that. So you have to constantly change up what you're doing, because if you're staying just right here and you're doing the same thing, you're eating the same thing every day, about the same time every day, you're doing the same exercise every day or no exercise every day, your body is a wonderful machine, and it is not going to rev itself up if you're not changing your protocol up or what you're doing up in order to trick it to rev its engines, grab some of the fat off your body, and utilize it for energy, right? It's a self-saving energy. It's a fuel-efficient machine, very much so. And it learns very quickly how to run on the amount of fuel you give it, besides the little amount it takes from the body if it needs more. So that's what we do. So this week, starting yesterday, we are doing no mayonnaise, no butter. I'm not even adding MCT oil, and I want to see if that makes a difference with my migraine issues, or if my migraine issues are going to be okay without my MCT oil this week, just for a week, because I've got my cardiology appointment tomorrow. I've got my DEXA and ultrasound for my thyroid and the nodule on my thyroid on Thursday. Friday, we've got blood work up first thing in the morning, and then I go see the osteo surgeon. So we may or may not be filming one or two of those days, depending on the drive where we have to go, the time it takes to have the scans, all of those things. I was told I can't have any calcium. I got a call while I was having my massage done, my lipo massage done, that said don't have any calcium, no vitamins 24 hours before your DEXA scan. So no vitamins, period. So I've got to do that. So there's certain things I have to do to prepare all this week. And it's going to be very filling, and I'm going to need to do it. Plus I'm going to be stressed. Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to share that with everybody. Check your, yes, dear.
So when you looked up the meat thing.
Yes.
Then you were doing it wrong?
Yes, I was underestimating the amounts that I needed because I was grabbing the raw weight information, not my cooked weight information.
Okay.
So raw, I would have had probably almost an ounce more, depending on the fats in it.
Right.
And so I went and readjusted it today, and now I have a, where's my phone? Let me go grab it. So I made my food. Also, Carb Manager, you can grab somebody else's information that somebody put in there. You want what the app had in there. And it tells you the difference when you're looking at what it is. If you're on MyFitnessPal, I think you can add your own foods too. And I don't know if you can share foods out there with everybody too. So there's a lot of different information on Carb Manager about the same food, and you want to go to the source of the food. And if you're not sure, take the barcode, scan it, and put it in there under your food and put your name to it. So my meat now says 80/20 cooked ground beef, Wendy. So I'm going to use my cooked ground beef for Wendy, and I'm going to do that with the other meats because I'm going to go to the source, get it, make sure that's the one I have, and I'm going to put it in my foods. Yes, you're getting an estimation no matter what you do, because I think the food weight that's even on a package label, they grab samples and then they add it all up, divide them, and get an average. So it's still an average, but it's better than what I was getting. And if you're having a weight stall, you might want to rearrange, recheck those food items that you use most often, and check the weight and the protein amount and the fat amount on those, and Google that amount, and then fix your app so that you have that food specifically for yourself, because there are so many ground beefs in there and so many of the same, and so many people have added stuff in there and they just add it to the whole, they share it app wide. I keep mine, I don't share my stuff, it's private. I don't want to share my stuff because I don't want to be responsible for giving false information if it's not true. And it could or could not be true. I think everybody needs to research their own on that app, because I'm not an expert. I'm not a nutritional expert. I'm not weighing and measuring and doing all of those in a laboratory environment to get those statistics on nutritional information. So just wanted to share that with everybody. But we are hungry. We had 4 ounces this morning. I'm going to have 4 ounces again. We've decided, and Harry is hungry. He would rather have 3 4-ounce dishes and then a 2-ounce snack before he goes to bed, so that he has,
well, about 9 o'clock.
So he has food until we go to bed at 1:30 to 2 a.m. in the morning. And see if that makes a difference for us, for our body. I don't want, yes, I know all about OMAD. Yes, I know about 2MAD. Yes, I know about intermittent fasting. We know all of those things. We're doing N=1. We're doing 3 small meals, and for Harry a snack. We're breaking up his amounts for that on our regular days to see what happens. It's a week. It's not going to hurt, right? So that's what we're doing. Anyway, let me get the, is my hair look okay today, Harry? Because yesterday I had a rat's nest hair from sitting on the couch, and you didn't tell me.
I'm terrible.
It's all your fault.
It's great.
So, Harry cooked beef last night. 80/20 beef. Is the thing behind you? I can't see behind you. The scale.
Don't think so.
You're right. It's not. So, this is what we're doing. 0. And our meat is, I even checked cooked, drained 80/20 ground beef, because there's cooked that's not drained, there's cooked that's drained, there's raw. So you need to check those things out. 3, 9, there we go, 4. And the amounts that I am using are pre-approved by Harry.
That's right.
On what he wants to do. And you have to remember, he is a 5'7.5" man with medium, small bone build, and I'm 5'9".
And very large stomach.
I have a very large stomach too. Oops. Where did that go? I can barely bend. There's a piece of meat under there. I'll get it. I just remind me that I dropped it. So that's what we are doing this week. And see how it goes.
So do we get mustard?
Yes. We are both using, someone asked real quick, what salt do I use in my salt grinder? And I use Redmond coarse ground salt in my salt shaker. And I have this to fine powder. I don't know if you can see the top, but it's very fine. So I'm gonna put some on here because we cook it totally plain. Some on there. We're gonna nuke these and we'll come back when we have a beef bowl.
Hey Mom, what you doing?
Cooking hamburger.
Hamburgers.
Yep, you get bison and chicken today.
Did you drop something over here?
I did, but it's gone. Sorry, honey. Sorry.
What about over here?
Oops. Nope, these little pieces you can't have. We're tracking you very, 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 very carefully, okay? Sorry.
It's okay, Mom.
Your tummy feel better? Good. So, over the microwave. One thing we decided, because you're going to notice our calories are right about 1,200 on the normal days and then way less on protein sparing modified fast, we are going to do a refeed day this Friday after we see the doctor. We already decided on going out to dinner and doing something nice for ourselves. Sorry, I just dumped my salt. I took the lid off to fill this and the lid started going and salt went everywhere. You guys, Redmond Real Salt is the one we use for this, and for everything else, you can get a 15% discount down in the description below for everything on their site.
But why do you use it, Wendy?
Because it is nature's ancient seabed from down deep within Mother Earth. And it's the most pristine. It does not have any nanoplastics in it like all of the sea salt products do. If it comes from the ocean, you're probably getting plastic in there. I know that's such a sad thing to say. Nanoplastic, which is dinky winky microfibers of plastic. Who knows where that's gonna go on your body or in your body. So just wanted to share that with everybody. But we'll see what this does. And I need to lay down, not lay down, but recline with my leg.
Is it hurting?
It's starting to throb a little bit, just because she was working so hard on the upper part of my leg, my thigh. And you guys, this is one of our meals today. So this will be meal number 2. Well, folks, it's 6 o'clock. We're gonna have our 3rd beef bowl. It's gonna be 4 ounces each. And then about 8 o'clock, Harry's gonna have his additional 2 ounces. We're staying low calorie on purpose, even lower tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have egg life wraps with fresh ground lean turkey. Probably add some something to it to just give it a little bit of a saucy flavor without adding any calories or carbs, or keep it super duper low. And I'll go over that tomorrow. Tomorrow I have my cardiologist appointment first thing in the morning. I have to be there at 9 o'clock and it's downtown Scottsdale. So we aren't gonna eat until we get back home. So we will see what tomorrow brings, but you guys, we are doing this no added fat for the regular days in between the protein sparing modified fast days. Anyway, you guys, please remember, if you have not done so already, please remember to like, subscribe, ring the little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Let you know what the cardiologist says. Sally's here. She wants to say goodnight.
Yeah. Good night.
You are. You do. You want something? Would you like some bison? Okay, let me get your little dish. I don't know where her dish is. Okay, let's get you some bison. How are you feeling, Sally?
Pretty good, Mama.
Are ya?
Yeah.
That's nice. We're almost out of your medicine. You haven't had to take anything for pain.
No, I've been feeling pretty good.
There you go. There's some bison for you.
Buy some.
Do you say goodnight?
Look, good night, everybody. I'm kind of busy right now. Yeah.
The bison and chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts seem to be doing really, really well for her.
Yeah.
Right now, so it's still got to go through her system. Her bowels are still kind of weird, but at least she's not in any pain and she seems to be thriving, so we're excited about that. Anyway, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Yes, indeed it is. Boy, you cleaned your plate really good, young lady.